The man just touched the $1 million jade with 2 fingers. He discovered that the jade was fake. The butler next to him thought the man was interested in the jade. He immediately stepped forward to introduce the man, but the man glanced at the price. He mocked that it was a fake. Dared to sell it for $2 million. The housekeeper's face darkened instantly after hearing this. Because their family is the leader in the jade industry, they can't possibly sell fake jade. But the man still chatters on. He sneered at the other party for using fake goods as high-end goods. Questioning the quality of the other party's family business is not worthy of being a leader. As the two quarreled, the beautiful head of the gem industry family was also attracted. The beautiful lady thought that the man came here to destroy the reputation of their business. But the man replied that they didn't know each other. He has no reason to do this. He just said a few words casually because he thought the jade was strange. But the beautiful lady didn't let him go. She gave the man 2 choices. The first is to apologize for defaming his own industry. The second is to open the stone on the spot to verify the authenticity of the jade. If the stone is real, the man needs to pay the beautiful lady $2 million for the stone material. Hearing this, man agreed without hesitation. He claimed that if the stone was fake, then the beautiful lady will let him do whatever he wants. The beautiful lady agreed immediately after hearing this. As the cutting master carefully cuts the stone, the atmosphere at the scene became increasingly tense. At this time, the corners of the stone were cut. The surface of the stone is actually full of green. Everyone who saw this thought that the beautiful lady had definitely won. But the man made a request. He asked the master to cut 1 centimeter along the edge of the stone in jade. You can see the glue mark of the stone. The beautiful lady saw that the man was so confident. The master immediately turned around. He cut the stone as the man told him. As the edges of the emerald and stone are cut, the jade on the stone was actually glued on. This immediately surprised the beautiful lady. Everyone was talking about it. They all mocked the beautiful lady as just a branch of the family, cannot compete with the main vein. But the beautiful lady knew that she was framed, although she was framed by others. But the beautiful lady is a person who keeps her promises. She immediately said she would accept any punishment. The man sees the beautiful woman and the owner is a person who keeps his promises. At this time, the man immediately made a joke with the beautiful hostess. He asked the beautiful hostess to carry him from the back to the door. Today's bet is over. The beautiful lady was obviously confused after hearing this. But then the man reminded the beautiful lady of the fake stone, although not worth the money, but to perfectly replace the jade inside the stone. The other party must be an expert. The beautiful lady guessed the murderer immediately after hearing this. She wanted to thank the man for helping her find the murderer. She was going to carry the man out the door. The man saw that the beautiful woman was ready to do it. The man immediately turned around and left. But the beautiful lady called him. She wanted to thank the man for helping him identify the insider behind the industry. So she took out $1 million to thank the man. But the man rejected her in public. After he left, he saw his girlfriend being bullied by gangsters on the street. The man immediately rescued his girlfriend. It turned out that my girlfriend's mother borrowed 800,000 yuan from the gangster to gamble on the stone. But in the end she lost all her family fortune. The helpless mother used her daughter to pay off the debt. But the man knew that this was a trap set by the gangsters. Man helps his girlfriend. He picked up a piece of jade from the stall. At this time, the gangster thought the man was going to beat him up. But the man said he was just helping his girlfriend pay back the money. The gangster knew that the man wanted to gamble with him. He immediately mocked the man for not knowing how to gamble on stones. But the man ignored him. He just asked the merchant to open the stone. At this time, the gangsters were still shouting. But when the stone was opened, everyone was stunned. The gangster saw that the man was a stone appraiser. He immediately said that he would let his girlfriend go as long as the man helped him choose the stone. Then the man used his stone identification skills to help his girlfriend pay off her debts. The gangster immediately asked the man to become his stone consultant. The man immediately agreed to his. The gangster is still gloating. He didn't know that this was all a trap set by the man. The next morning, several people came to the beautiful hostess. At this time, the gangster thought he was going to get rich. He didn't know that the man would lose all his family fortune today. As the two were selecting stones, the man deliberately let the gangster choose a jade worth more than $1 million. But the gangsters still have some concerns. He claimed that any piece of jade would cost millions. If a man makes a mistake, then he will lose all his money. The shrewd thug asked the man, "Does he have a favorite stone?" But the man deliberately lied that he had no money. Then he pointed to the most expensive pieces of jade on the table. These are all high-quality jades. Then the man deliberately used his clothes to cover the largest piece of jade. Sure enough, the gangster took the bait immediately. He immediately snatched away the jade that the man was blocking.